Happy January, Atlantic Beach Church family. This is Pastor Daniel. Hope you're having a great one so far and enjoying our church-wide fast. Today's day 14, and today we're going to talk about the joy of the Lord. Now in Nehemiah 8:10, it says that the joy of the Lord is our strength. And I personally have lived that and have experienced that through all the ups and downs that I've had to go through in my life. And personally, I've struggled with anxiety. I've struggled with depression before, and having the joy of the Lord be the center point of whatever I'm going through, and being able to lean on His joy throughout those challenging times has been the sole thing that has got me through. I can personally tell you, I've witnessed people who have, put their faith and their trust in the things of this world, and have tried to find happiness in the things of this world. And it's so up and down. Things of this world will fall away. Cars will rust. I'm a huge car fan, as anybody knows, and love cars, but they'll rust, and they'll break down, and they'll go away. And if you try to find your happiness in those things, well, it can be a day-to-day occurrence, right? Some people try to find their happiness in their kids or their spouse or their work. And there's nothing wrong with any of these things, but finding your joy in those things can be a very futile process. However, when you put your faith and trust and you find your 100% joy in the Lord our God, you know that you have a rock, a foundation, that no matter how good or bad things are, that you have a peace, that you have a contentment, and that you have ultimate joy within your spirit from a day-to-day standpoint. Now, in Luke 6:47, it also says that I'll show you what it is when someone comes to me, listens to my preaching, and then follows it. It's like a person building a house who digs deep and lays the foundation on solid rock. When the floodwaters rise and break against the house, it stands firm because it's well built. But anyone who hears and doesn't obey is a person who builds a house right on the ground without a foundation. When floods sweep down against the house, it will collapse into a heap of ruins. Now, some of you may have heard that where you build your house on sand, and then when tough times come, the house collapses. And the same thing comes here, is when you put your faith in the things of this world, your foundation is going to collapse on a day-to-day basis. But when you find your joy and your foundational joy in the Lord, and no matter what happens, you're going to be great from day to day. Now, the strength of that joy obviously comes from your relationship with God, spending time in the Word, spending time meditating on His Word and His promises, the things that He says, and spending time in prayer, speaking to Him and letting Him speak to you and download into your spirit. So make sure that you're doing those things on a day-to-day. And joy is an act of faith. When we have our joy in the Lord, we believe that His promises are true and that everything that He says will come to pass. So church, I just want to leave you with that. I hope that blesses you. Enjoy day 14, and I'll be back again on day 15. God bless, church. I'll talk to you soon.